more, like in the next week or so.
I think so too. I
It,
mean, it's been growing the last few days and really exponentially. I mean, we're in day 8 now of this group and we're already at 25,000 people. 8 days ago, we had zero.
I think we can be at 50 maybe end of next week.
I think if we can
Is
get to 100,000 or more this month, we would have achieved a lot, and we will then really start getting some
mm,
make some impact. And that's why I want to go onto these live calls. So if any of your friends want to call in and talk to me, just tell them they can join. Um, I can't give everybody a T-shirt, but whatever I get for free, I'll give away. So all the wineries out there, if
yeah,
you've got anything
right.
to give away to our listeners, contact me.
Yeah, even if it's well, they don't have to give anything, but even if it's like a corkscrew or anything,
Yes, even if they just say thank you, we will also do it. We'll also call.
Yeah, definitely. That's also fine.
That's right.
But what I said about the posts on the group, apart from the positivity, also is to see what the people do to create the awareness. Like I saw, I think it's in Canada where that one lady wrote an email to the local. I think they call it a co-op. I'm not sure if
Mhm.
it's like the local wine distributor or
Yeah, it's
um,
in Canada, wine are
what
distributed
is it
through
similar to?
the liquor board. Basically, it's just like they call it the local co-op, but it's actually the Canadian liquor board. It's government controlled, the distribution.
Okay, and where she asked them if they can maybe do some maybe market South African wines a bit, and where they actually responded very positively on that. And the other lady that said, I think I don't know if it was in Europe somewhere where she asked people in the supermarket that were in the wine aisle with her to actually suggest the South African wines to them.
Yeah, I saw that, and then they said that their daughter is in Australia or New
New
Zealand,
Zealand,
but they were
yeah.
actually very chuffed that she talked to them, and yeah, it's amazing what people can do. Also, the other thing is it's amazing how the international community is awake in terms of the opportunity as well. I see Waitrose, the Waitrose group in the UK, are
Mm-hmm.
discounting all South Africans' wines by 25%.
Yes, that's a lot,
Yeah,
twenty
it's a
five
big
percent, eh?
discount.
Mm,
So
yeah,
I think the more people do to get the story out, the better. Um, Yeah, there's somebody just posted here in the live stream, said Dominique van Oostenplat said it's heartening to see the support from all over the world. We are all doing our bit. So thank you, Dominique, for your post. If you want to talk to me and Henning, just call in. We'll happily chat to you. Henning, don't you have any friends that can talk to us? Get them there on WhatsApp. Let's talk to them.
I don't know of anyone right now. I can't think of anyone that's available
I'm just
specifically
joking,
now.
Henning.
But
I
I
don't
will
want to put you under
definitely
pressure
keep it in
here.
mind for. No, that's fine. I'll definitely keep it in mind for later in the week or even on the weekend or so.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and then I can maybe arrange with a few friends and say, let's be ready at that time or whatever.
Yes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a post in the group for specific, maybe
Mm,
for the weekend, for a dial and drink in, where we can
mm.
we'll give it a funky name, and we can all call in and chat to each other, and share a bit of fun and hope. Because I think I mean, the other thing that I've seen in the group, there are people that are very depressed, right, and are worried about the
Mm.
situation and stuff like that. But ultimately, we're still
Yeah,
people. And one of the things that we need to survive is to keep a positive attitude, and we need to somehow keep a smile
yeah,
on our faces, right?
it's true. And the thing is also, this whole whatever your situation is, this whole COVID lockdown thing, it does have a very negative mental effect on people. Also, this thing where you can't see the people when you want to, you can't see your friends, your family. I think people are actually made to connect with other people. You know, I think we're not made to live in isolation,
No,
really.
no, for sure we're
So
not.
we miss that get-togethers and social interaction with other people. So something like that would be a great, I think, social interaction kind of opportunity for.
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, and
So
you're right. I mean,
it's
and
been a
if we
good
can
for a
arrange
while.
a party, a group party. Wait, I just want to tell Dominique, just click the link and you can talk to us. Just click the link I send you. I just posted. Sorry, Menang. Just maybe we can get Dominique on the line here as well. It'd be great. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, obviously she needs the Zoom app downloaded. I need to actually look at that. Sorry, and then I've now gone here off on a tangent. But I think a lot of people don't have the app, the Zoom app, downloaded. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Dominique, if you can get in, that would
I
be
don't know
great.
if it like
Yeah.
well, I have the app downloaded. I don't know if you get like if you have a Zoom profile,
I don't think you
you
need
can
a
add it on a call
profile.
if
I
you
think
can
you can
join.
get a web browser, but I'm not sure if you do it on a phone if you need the app. I think on a PC you can just log in with a web browser. But that's maybe something that we need to look at so that we can get more people involved. Um, so let's make a date to actually do this over the weekend. Maybe
Yeah,
Friday evening.
you post the details for us.
Hmm?
You post the details for us, and then I'll maybe
Well,
tag a
how,
few
how are
people
you for
also.
Friday evening? If you think about it, are you open?
No, that's fine.
So I'm gonna
I'm
I'm gonna
mostly
actually
at
post this
work.
for Friday evening at 7. We're gonna have we're gonna have an online about the winelands. What do you call it? Safe SA wine um, uh, 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 party here, and
Yes.
we arrange for people to call in, and it would be great if you can be on it as well, and that would be very very nice.
Yeah, that would be great. And maybe you can just post a few steps on there also for the people to say,
Hmm.
how do you actually access when you have the link? How do you access the call?
Yeah, it's you don't always realize that people don't always know, because I've been doing podcasts now for the whole since the lockdown started. I've
Mm.
actually interviewed more than we're going for podcast 50 now. I've interviewed 49 of the businesses in the winelands, from a lot of the big wine farms and stuff. And I've always used Zoom, and but because those people are in business, they are naturally, they've never had a problem. They all knew how to use it. But now that we're
Yeah.
talking to the public, we realize not everyone knows how to do this stuff, right?
Mm. Yeah, even myself, I mean, I had Skype for many years, but it's been years since I've used it really. But now with this, that we're all working from home, we like in a matter of a day or two, we all had to get Microsoft Teams and get our profile set up and um, uh, you know learn how to use it. But I must say, it's very user friendly, these type of things. So a day or two with it, and you're fine. You learn the features and everything very quickly, and it's really so helpful.
Hmm.
To do Teams and to meetings, voice or video. You do presentations. It's amazing, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do. Dominic is struggling to get in here. Dominic, for trying, I'm definitely going to send you a T-shirt. But it would be great if you can come in the next few minutes and speak to Henning and I. We'd love to get you on, and of course, you're invited to join us on Friday evening. So is everybody else listening to the live stream or to the video afterwards. We are going to have a, a live online party on Friday evening at 7. What's Friday's date? It's the 8th, right? Today's the 5th, 6th, 7th, 7th.
Mm, no, today's the 5th,
Yeah,
so then it would be the 7th.
yeah, Friday the
Yeah.
7th at 700 hours, 1900 hours. We are having a Zoom call in, and we're going to have Henning Olivier on here. We're definitely going to have Dominique van Oostenplat. She doesn't know it, but she's going to be in the party as well. And I'll, I'll invite one or two of the wine guys of the wine farms to come in, and we can maybe have like a a winemaker and a winery owner, and whoever and we'll have like a panel discussion,
Mm.
and talk a little bit about how everybody sees this working. Um,
Yeah. No, I
oh,
mean
she's
they can
asking for
share
a meeting
everything.
ID, which I just sent her. So she's obviously doing something not right. But maybe there's Dominique is in here. She's managed to get in
Is she
there.
in?
Yes, yes, and she's going to be on it now. In 1 second, Dom, just put on your microphone. We'll see if she manages to do that, but she's definitely in the room. She just doesn't have a mic on, but I'm sure she can hear me. Um, so I'm sure she'll figure this out. She's figuring this whole thing out step by step. So when Dom's in the room, we're going to actually ask her to actually give a quick tutorial to people that are struggling to get in. Oh, there we go. Now you've got the microphone, but it's still muted. So let's unmute it. Like I said, she's doing
Unmute.
it. There you
There
go.
we go.
Step by step.
Wow.
Okay, so you can't see me, I don't think.
No, that's fine. I
No.
think we'll try video calling in future, but at the moment with bandwidth and everything in South Africa, it's better to stick with
Oh, that's great. So I'm a supporter of SA wines. I love my life from Stone. I love Miss Lucy. I love the bubblies. I haven't found very many bubblies on this site, South African bubblies.
Where are you, by the way?
I'm in Ireland, in Dublin.
In Dublin. So I just heard from that the Irish pubs are not opening.
No, they're not. Very sad.
Yeah, this is a sad story. Actually, we're involved with another project in Ireland as well. And we're running a group, Save Irish Pubs, if anybody wants to go and join that, because they're sitting in the same situation, right?
They are. It's very, very sad for them, and some might not even open, be able to open again, which is really sad.
So,
yeah.
But it hasn't stopped us from drinking.
That's
well,
good.
that's the Irish for you. Are you originally Irish?
No, I'm South African.
Are you South African? You sound South African.
I'm South African.
But your last name van Oostenplat sounds very
Dutch.
Dutch or Belgian. Okay,
Dutch. Yeah, my dad was a Hollander.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you're a wine importer or drinks importer?
I'm not. I'm a wine buyer. I love my wine.
Oh, just a consumer. You're not in the
wine
business.
I consume. Yes, and I'm keen to support the cause as well. To get it out there that everybody needs to buy South African wine. And we have a Safa ladies picnic tea in Dublin on Saturday, and I've asked that if anybody's bringing anything to drink, they must support South African.
Okay, cool. Well,
all right, that's
you
great.
know that on Friday night you've got a date here online with me and Henry at 7:00, right? So you can't have any other plans. Get all your ladies involved. We're gonna have a big drink in. So we're leaving the LinkedIn thing. We're doing a drink in here on Zoom.
Fantastic.
So you need to be here. So what are your thoughts on this whole lockdown and the alcohol ban?
I think it's totally unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I do, and also look, there's certain things that are necessary, but there are things that are totally unnecessary. And I think by this stage we've all been exposed to it anyway, and most of us have built up an immune system.
Mm.
Well, people are not social distancing, so just the fact that people are not actually sticking to the rules just make it mute anyway.
Absolutely, and people are traveling in and out of the countries anyway, as well. So we have people coming in, Americans coming in. We have people from Europe coming in for the summer holidays. So, but Yeah, I actually don't really know what to say about the whole control thing. That's a whole different story.
I think that's how everybody feels, right? We treat it like it seems like every government is becoming a nanny state.
Absolutely, and they have us all in a situation where you can't do much about it.
Yes. So that's sad. So Dom, do you I mean you can still get wine, right? You can still get
Yes, I know
alcohol.
we can get everything. We can get everything. You just can't go into a pub. Some pubs that serve food have been allowed to open, and you have to buy a meal. You have to buy a meal with €9 in order to, and you can only stay for a couple of hours. Although I don't think that that's being policed very much, but the Garda, the police, they do check on those establishments, but it's not that hectic, except for the pubs that haven't been able to open, the ones that don't serve food. That's the only area that's not open yet. Everything else is completely open, and there are no restrictions in traveling within Ireland. The sale of alcohol over the counter, that has increased immensely.
Yeah, I think people are drinking at home.
So yeah, they are definitely, and look, it's at the end of the day, it is a cheap option to drink at home, but people are missing the whole pub social life. And they were going to open up on the 10th of August, but they've now taken that further to September. They announced that, I think, a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I saw it in the news.
Yeah, that's also a huge financial impact on all of them.
Completely, and also from a tourism point of view as well. Not that people are coming in, but still the locals are traveling. That's what's been great too. Locals are traveling around and seeing their own country. And those of us South Africans that are in Ireland, we're traveling within Ireland. There's so much to see.
I think the thing about Ireland is, half of Ireland live in Dublin, and the rest are sprinkled over the country. So there's a lot of people that would love to come and visit Dublin.
It's lovely. It is my favorite city. I haven't traveled to many cities in the world, but this is definitely my favorite city.
So, do you guys think that in South Africa, I think we're going to have the same situation. When people are allowed to travel, they're going to go on local holidays. So local tourism will probably get a bit of a boost after all of this is said and done.
It should do. I think once your borders are open, once inter-border travel can resume, then you'll see people moving around in the country if they can, because I don't know how it's impacted financially on each individual.
Yeah. But I think the international travel, I think it's going to take very long to get back to where it was like a year ago or so.
Absolutely. But everybody has, I think we all just have to just think simply, keep your life and do things simply. I think that's been one of probably the biggest lessons, is just live simply.
The problem with this, Dom, is that means that consumer spending is not happening. People are not buying clothes. People are not buying new cars. People are not spending unnecessary money, which has a massive impact on the wider economy.
It would do.
I think also even in cases where there are restaurants open, there's a lot of people also that are still too scared to go to a restaurant.
Which is sad.
They're very cautious still.
Because there's nothing, if you practice good hand hygiene and you're careful, there's nothing to be afraid of. There really isn't.
Yeah, but I'm saying a lot of people are still very cautious.
So the other thing that I see happening here is that a lot of smaller businesses have vacated their office space, and they won't go back to an office because they've now realized they can work at home. And I think this is going to be a trend worldwide. And so the property, the office space, and that guys that are in that business are going to suffer for a while, I think.
Well, they also need to relook at that, and like here, there's a major housing problem. So office buildings need to be changed into housing. So they're all different ways of looking at it.
Yeah,
No,
I think
that's
that will
actually
have a
an option.
redistribution of use.
Yes. And I think with everything, we all just have to re-look at how to reuse and repurpose. And you might find your used car sales industry is going to increase. People might not be buying new.
Actually, the second-hand car sales, if I remember correctly, that have increased quite significantly over the last 2 months or so.
Yes.
So
And
this is
I'm sure.
interesting. It just shows you how things in the economy work, right? I think also when more people work at home, they live simpler. Like you say, they spend less money on unnecessary things, which means people will at some point have savings and maybe will spend more money on a proper holiday or on something they haven't given themselves for years. So there's always something else that will happen.
Yeah,
But I
experience.
realize also that we spend a lot of money on things to make our time at home more comfortable or better. You know, you maybe buy a more comfortable chair to work on, or things like that. So constantly there's something I'm ordering to make
there's
staying at home better. Yeah.
The work at home office is the thing.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys something. You guys are both wine consumers, right? You're not in the wine industry. What is your message to the wine industry? What do you want from a consumer point of view? Want them to do?
And I think more information on the wines. Those of us living abroad, okay, more information and more awareness. I think your marketing, from a marketing point of view, you need to concentrate on marketing here now. You need to set marketing in Ireland, make people aware. I mean, we've got some fantastic like Savannah, for instance. It's not a wine, but Savannah is the best apple cider that you can find.
And like you said, also now with the capitalistic or the bubbly thing,
and
there's usually now,
it's not being marketed.
Yeah, so there's a gap there for them. So then we need some good brands up there, for example.
Definitely.
I think it's a learning curve for these guys because I think traditionally the wine export in South Africa has relied on his importer and his distribution channel who he's selling to market to the public. But I think that the producers need to realize they need to have a platform to talk to the public directly into other countries, which means that things like social media and that type of stuff, they need to use these platforms to actually communicate with consumers.
Like an online, someone was doing an online wine tasting. If you got O'Brien's wines in Ireland to do an online wine tasting, so you buy in and you order your 6 bottles of wine, and then you do a wine tasting online or whatever. There are things that we can do right now. And I'm going to have to say goodbye, unfortunately, but I'll try all on Friday.
Thank you for calling.
All the best. We'll speak to you later, and then maybe for the next meeting we can switch the cameras on for the tasting event.
Don, just want to tell you, you've won a T-shirt, by the way, so message us. And we'll send you a Fishwives Club T-shirt for your efforts. And get all your lady friends and your lady club on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Same place.
Great.
Same link. Teach them what to do. And let's get all on here and we'll have a nice chat. So please bring all your friends along on Friday night. Nice.
And we'll help you to look for some bubbly in Ireland also. South African.
Thank you.
Thanks,
nice Thanks very much.
All the best.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, bye.
Okay, so that was Dominique calling from Ireland. Anything that's interesting, right? How we are getting people from all over the world.
So she just clicked on the link, basically.
Yes. So.
Okay, that's amazing, eh?
So
you see, we're actually so far apart, but we're so close as well.
So this is the thing, right? We can actually have quite a nice evening on Friday night if we plan this well and get this going in the group. So I think we need to do this. And she's struggling to disconnect. So I'm seeing. Ah, there she goes. Um, anyway, I think it's great that people can, like you say, just click away. And we don't realize the power that we have. If you think back,
Mm.
even 20 years ago, we didn't have any of this, right? It cost a fortune to just phone anywhere in the world. Now we can, with a click of a button, talk to people in Ireland, and we can actually have a meeting and a chat, and
Yeah.
you can meet somebody that you haven't met before and actually have a laugh with them.
Yeah. If we had to phone someone, we had to speak very quickly and say what we need to say and get it done.
Yes,
And I remember writing to my cousins overseas, waiting weeks, or if not months, for a letter to come back,
correct.
to get a letter from them. So, yeah.
That is correct. Have you opened your wine yet?
No, not yet. I'm thinking now we should actually, like someone like Dominique, we should actually ask someone like her for, maybe a few wine shops in her city or in the area, and some of the producers here can actually contact them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know,
I think people what she's saying is right. I mean, if you look online, I'm just on that point, on the group, how many bottles of wine did you actually see that you never heard of before?
there is a few
There's a
that
few,
I've
right?
seen. But the other thing also, what I wanted to also say on the group is, I've realized that there's many brands, South African brands, that export, but the wine that they have in the export market maybe it's maybe the same Merlot or Sauvignon Blanc or whatever, but it has a different label for
Yes.
the overseas market, or it has a slightly different name.
This happens a lot
And
in places like the USA and even in Ireland. I know of a few guys that actually they brand it locally, even though it's the same wine. So
yeah,
they build brands that are more, you know, are more Irish or more American type of branding.
mm, which is great also. But even through that, there was like names or brands that, or a few farms that I've never heard of before.
Yes, and I
But I
think
do see the links that people post to say, this is the one of the biggest websites in the USA or SA Wine, whatever. And I would browse through there. Then they have a very good collection, but then I would think, okay, but they don't have this or they don't have that. So there is gaps for more product as well.
well, I think she put a finger on something, and that is that not a lot of the wine producers are actually talking directly to their consumers.
Mm,
They and I know the guys are like this. When you speak to them, they see they have a lot of the exporters have a business to business attitude. They see their customer as the actual guy that's buying the container, not the guy that's opening the bottle. And I think there's a learning curve in there that needs to change. Both of these guys are your customer. You need to talk to both of them.
yeah.
And I think the guys that will survive are the guys that will actually building brands. If you think about your well-known drink brands in the world, let's take an example, a brand like Moet, right, which sells champagne from all over. They are
Mm,
actually, they don't just rely on the distribution system. They have a big consumer marketing plan,
yeah.
and that's what every winery needs to do worldwide.
Mm,
If you want to sell, if you want to stay relevant.
yeah. But you also get wines that, like especially smaller producers, that don't have it, not that much out there with marketing and that. One or two people might discover them and they might introduce it to other people, and so the brand grows without being a big marketing campaign. And that's also why I was trying to support the smaller producers the last few months.
I think that's right, especially for the guys that's producing quality in a small scale. I
Mm,
think that works, right? That word of
yeah,
mouth, because
yeah.
ultimately your best marketing is to make the best product.
Because I think now what Dominique mentioned now to that picnic where they need to bring South African wines. I mean, that's actually amazing. You shouldn't underestimate that form of marketing.
No, absolutely not. I mean, she's probably have a bunch of Irish friends, and she's introducing them to South African wine.
Yeah,
You know, and like you say, the winery should be awake. They should actually contact her and use her as a type of a point person there, because
mm,
somebody that's sitting overseas that actually take the phone will call in on a platform like this, and are obviously outgoing and will be speaking to a lot of people. So that's definitely someone to have in your radar if you're a wine exporter. So that's
yes.
interesting. Enan, thank you for calling in again. That's wonderful.
Thanks to you.
Otherwise, I would have
And yeah,
sat
keep us in
here
the
on
loop
my.
for the next get together.
Well, I'm gonna be on you tomorrow morning at 9. I'm
All right.
also speaking to a few people. I need to take a quick break. The political correctness team told me I need to say a coffee break, but actually I need to go to the bathroom because I've sadly been sipping coffee, not wine like you. But
No problem. We'll chat again.
we'll chat again, and thank you very much for calling in.
No problem. Thanks
Send
to
us a
you. And all the
message
best.
on Facebook, on Messenger, to get your details, and we'll arrange for Friday night. We'll also arrange for your T-shirt to be sent to you. And
Okay.
yeah, let's get this show on the road for Friday evening. That would be great if we can do that, and actually
Okay, great.
see if
Sounds
we
good.
can really build this group up to 50,000 and ultimately 100,000 people, because that's what we need, right? And
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
thanks, Enan.
All the best. Have a lovely evening.
You too. Ciao, ciao.
See you. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Okay, thank you to Enan. Thank you to Dominique. Thank you for calling in. We really appreciate you. If there's anybody else that wants to call, I'm still going to be here for a few minutes. I'm just going to take a small break. I'll be back at say 8:45 South African time in about 20 minutes time. And anybody that wants to speak to me, please, call in. If you leave a comment in the comments, we'll send you a T-shirt if you call in. We've given away 2 T-shirts so far, one to Dominique, one to Enan, and we are planning some more. We're planning a big party for Friday evening, a call-in party on Zoom. But before we can have that party, we need to get this group to 50,000 people. So I want everybody that's sitting there now, if you haven't invited your friends to this group, shame on you. Please go out, get your every friend involved. We've got more than 20,000 people on here. I think more than 25,000. I'm actually going to check quickly. Let's see. Let's go to Facebook and see what's happened in the group. Before I got Henning on the line, we were on just under 25,000, 24,800 and something. So let's see where we are now. And we have on 24,980 people. So we're 20 people away from 25,000. Now, guys, if every single person here of these 25 just introduce 4 people to this group, we're at 100,000. And that is where we need to be. So I'm making an appeal to every single person on here to actually do that, to invite as many people as you can. Go to Twitter and tweet out the hashtag Save SA Wine. We wanted to trend on Twitter. John Barder from Barder and Walter Wines. He's a new member. He just said that he's a proudly South African label leading the way of award-winning wines. So thank you very much for posting your wine. We would love to hear from you if you want to call us. And I'm going to take a small break, a short break. I just need to fill up on the coffee, and I will be back here in 45 minutes, and would love it if we've got more people phoning in. Leave a comment on the live stream. You'll be entered into the lucky draw if you call in. We've got some more T-shirts to give away. If you're struggling with Zoom, let us know. You've got to download the Zoom app if you're on a phone. If you're on a PC, you can just click on the link. But eventually, if you keep on trying like Dominic did, you will get through. And on Friday night, you've got to call this week so that on Friday we want to have a few hundred people on the Zoom call in a Zoom room talking about wine, sharing the experiences of the week, and I'll chat with you guys again in a few minutes. Thanks to everyone supporting. Keep on sharing, keep on tweeting. Hi everyone, welcome back to our live stream. I just offer a quick coffee and bathroom break. We had a very interesting stream earlier with Henning and Dominic both phoning in, talking to us about their experiences on the group. Our Facebook group has more than 25,000 people on it, and they've been talking about what they see in the group. And Dominique is from Dublin. Henning is from Pretoria, and both of them were telling us how they're experiencing the lockdown. And we've arranged for a party on Friday evening. Friday evening at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a big call in. If you want to be in this, we'll create a little a post in the group where people can actually commit to joining the Friday evening call in. And we're going to talk about wine. We're going to talk about the lockdown. We're going to talk about just life. We're going to have a nice Friday evening chat. Everybody should have a bottle of wine. Um, and we're basically going to create our own online pub and talk a little bit. Let's call it our own online wine bar, Friday night wine bar. So have a bottle of wine ready so you can tell us what you're drinking. If you don't have wine, make a cup of tea. Unfortunately, there are people that don't have wine. I'm sipping coffee at the moment. And call us on Friday evening and we'll do this. If you quickly want to talk to me, you can call me on bit.ly/about wine. I'm only going to be on here another 10 minutes. I want to go through the Facebook group and through Twitter quickly. And then I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9. And we'll be on here as well, talking about to people in the wine industry, talking about how life is affected by the lockdowns and raising awareness. So let's see how we've raised awareness today. Let's go quickly to our Facebook group and see where we are. Save SA Wine public group. We are currently 25,199 members. Now, guys, if every person just goes out and invites 4 people in the next day, just 4, then we'll be at 100,000, and we will really start making an impact once we get to 100,000. Just want to tell you that in the winelands, there are more than 300,000 people employed. These jobs are at stake with the current national lockdown and ban on alcohol sales. 300,000 jobs are in jeopardy. That means millions of people potentially, because of extended family, are sitting without an income. So we are using these 2 hashtags, hashtag Save SA Wine and hashtag Jobs Saves Lives. And we need you to get involved. So let's see how people got involved on our Facebook group. Arlene Rees has now shared Chef Jan's post. I've read it before, but I'm going to read it again because I think this is he's such an awesome guy. So let me just read this. South African wineries are going through an immense crisis at the moment. At Restaurant Jan in France, we've made a decision to serve only South African wines with our pairing menus and to make South African wines exclusively available by the glass. Organizations across the globe are also stepping up to help our wineries survive this vicious ban on local sales. I challenge all South African chefs and sommeliers abroad to do the same and to please support our amazing wineries as much as possible. Jan. So, Jan, thank you very much. I mean, like somebody said here, wow, I've got no words for this. That's how we feel. I think you're doing an awesome job. Thanks for supporting the industry. You don't have to do this. But you are doing this because you're South African, you love your country, and you're supporting the industry we all love. Thank you very much for doing this. Let's see, Natasha Van Del shared 51 minutes ago. She's saying, we are doing our bit to import South African wines into Malawi, and they're having a bottle of Antoine Rupert wine. Well done. Michelle Kluter said, got people in Belgium looking for wine. Send contacts so that I can forward. And 40 comments here at the bottom. We are also from our side making a list of all people that's mentioned here in the group on a spreadsheet which we'll make available at some stage. There's a Google Doc that you can fill in if you're a wine producer. We need your information, so get your name on there. There's another person that says, please, when we get a list of South African wineries available to purchase online now for delivery or after lockdown. Again, we're making a list and we'll send that list out so shortly. Sorry. Francis Lingris just posted from Blantyre, Malawi, supporting South African wine. Thank you, Francis. Lana Peterson just shared her first post 7 hours ago. She said, drinking is not a crime. She's celebrating my husband's homecoming after 185 days abroad. And they have a bottle of 2009 Mielis Rubicon and a bottle of 2013 Mielis Rubicon. 2 grand bottles of Mielis. Very, very well done. Somebody posted here, can we get to 100,000 people? Yes. If everyone adds 5 friends, we'll be over 100,000 in no time. Thanks to my team for posting that. People are liking and sharing that. And I think we are definitely going to go over 100,000 in the next few days. We just need to keep up this momentum. Sonica Randall said, my favorite wine from Aldi in the UK. I buy at least 2 to 3 bottles every week. So thank you very much, Sonia. Sonica, we appreciate you. William Stevens, 1 hour ago, said, certainly one of the most flavoursome and balanced Chardonnays I've ever enjoyed. Epping winemaker. And this is the Vergelegen Reserve Chardonnay 2016. So, yeah, obviously a good wine. Here's some guy from Mick Hub from Kent, the UK, saying he found this KWV gin supporting the South African liquor industry. Thank you very, very much. My team have posted here that we have over 25,000 members in this group in 9 days. If everyone adds 5 friends, we'll be over 125,000 in no time. Can we count on you? Yes, I'm sure we can count on everybody. Thanks for every one of these 25,000 people who've actually liked this group and are supporting and raising awareness for the cause of South African wine. Talking about that, I'm going to jump over to Twitter quickly. We've streamed live on Twitter as well, so we're using Periscope to stream live on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, you can follow our live stream. Go to @bitmedia24. At bmedia24, and just follow the Twitter stream there, and you'll see the live stream. We are really appealing to everybody to use this hashtag Save SA Wine, hashtag Save SA Wine on Twitter. Go there, go search that hashtag, like every tweet that hashtag, leave a comment on those tweets, and create more tweets with this hashtag so that we can get this hashtag to trend on Twitter. Very, very important. On Instagram, people have still been posting about the job losses. I see Lavanera's posted there, people in jeopardy. Marati posted 25 jobs at stake. Alfish Drift, 234 jobs. Please support our wine industry. We need you. Thank you guys, everyone, for their support. I'm looking forward to talking to you again tomorrow. We've got some more t-shirts to give away tomorrow. Get in. We'll be on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I'm saying good night to everybody, and thank you for the people that talked tonight, and keep on sharing throughout the night, and we'll talk again tomorrow morning. Ciao, ciao.